r/askreddit. Living or dead, who do you think has been the most powerful sex symbol the world has ever seen? Well, it's been about 2,000 years and we're still talking about Cleopatra and her lovers, so I'm inclined to give her that W. The turtle who single-handedly brought his species out of endangerment by having a fuck ton of sex. Victor Hugo. Supposedly all the brothels in Paris closed on the day of his funeral. The prostitutes attended by the hundreds and draped their privates with black cloths as a sign of mourning. His sexy exploits include having sex 83 times in the 4 months before he died at age 83. Having sex with over 200 women in 2 years. It was not unusual for him to have 3 to 4 different lovers in a day. He installed peepholes in the guest rooms of the hotel in Paris where he lived. For 7 years he had a mistress he kept secret from his wife and a second mistress he kept secret from his first mistress. Had sex 9 times with his wife on their wedding night. She got pregnant 5 times in 8 years. He was married to his wife for 48 years till her death. Both had lovers outside the marriage. One of his mistresses was his unpaid secretary and traveled with him for 50 years. He seduced his son's lover. His son said he didn't blame her for it. Living, definitely living. I'm going to say whomever inspired those Paleolithic Venus figurines. Prince, he will steal your girl, then steal her clothes, then steal someone else's girl in your girl's clothes. Paul Newman, because of all profits to charity, $600 million so far. Marlon Brando in the 1950s. Stupid sexy Flanders. Cleopatra, undoubtedly. Believing herself to be a living goddess, she would use clever stagecraft to seduce or woo potential allies, or enemies, to reinforce her divine status. How has no one said Oscar Wilde yet? His grave was literally covered in lipstick kiss marks until they had to protect it. What about Hedy Lamarr? Her intelligence made her hotter, also she wasn't afraid of showing off. Edit, as always I misspelled her name. Medusa, she makes me so hard. R.A. Rasputin, lover of the Russian queen. There was a cat that really was gone. R.A. Rasputin, Russia's greatest love machine. It was a shame how he carried on. I think even till this day, I have yet to see someone beat Salma Hayek in From Dusk Till Dawn. Genghis Khan. Just ask his 16 million descendants. That one guy's dead wife. Danny DeVito most definitely. Young Paul Newman. Holy crap, his face, it's like looking into the sun, especially if he's smiling. Brad Pitt in the Fight Club era. Grace Kelly. I think. Ganymede, the youthful prince who was whisked away to the heavens to serve as cupbearer to the gods. He was a symbol of all that is beautiful in the male form, and his charm was such that even the mighty Zeus was said to be smitten with him. I always loved Sophia Loren. If not her, Maria Cusinata. David Bowie and Freddie Mercury. Winnie Cooper, to 13-year-old me. Grigory Rasputin. Few will be lucky enough to hold the sexual status he did. He boned the queen and probably her son too. He was so magically sexy that he couldn't be allowed to live. And he was kind of immortal. He was basically the Russian version of Austin Powers. Layoffs at retirement centers. All the 69-year-olds would get really nervous. Mass graves for millions of corpses that would be decaying in homes and streets with no capacity for coroners and cemeteries to take them fast enough. Butterscotch stocks would plummet. US politics would be interesting. A large funeral, and a lot of governments falling apart. We'd have to fill most congressional seats. Japan would fucking collapse. I would be sad because of my grandparents. Decent people. The President of the United States and a lot of other world leaders would be dead. There would likely be a few significant power struggles that would cause some short-term unrest in the financial markets. There would instantly be a shortage of burial accessories and machinery to perform them. The cost of granite/marble would skyrocket and a general slowdown in the mining/quarry industry globally. There would likely have to be a mass grave situation in most smaller and impoverished countries and communities. A lot of pharmaceutical companies would go bankrupt. There would be a mass reduction in staff of most hospitals and elder care facilities. A vast majority of the world's wealth will be infused into government coffers due to death and inheritance taxes. A new generation of people would find themselves very wealthy all of a sudden. Sugar babies would likely riot. Among other things. 700+ million people dying would overload our capability to deal with the bodies. I'd get my inheritance much sooner. This isn't a good thing. I lost my mom at 26, she was 58, and I'll be losing my dad in the next year, he's 89, both to cancer. I'm not ready to lose him just yet. The people who love them would miss them. I'd be back to fucking haunt you.